Honda Life Step Van and Pickup. Complete model history 1972 to 1974. The Life Step Van, also known simply as the Honda Step Van, was introduced in September 1972. The light commercial vehicle has been developed accordingly to the K-Car class regulations and was built on the Honda Life platform that was introduced a year before, but with a totally different design and body architecture, having a tall rectangular body with a front inclined bonnet, and it was 28 centimeters taller than the regular Honda Life. It was the first K-Class minivan with a front-mounted engine. The spare wheel and tank were placed in the back, opposite to the engine for a good weight balance. Several tricks have been used to reduce the costs, with the front grille and rear lamps borrowed from the Honda DN360, both the upper and lower tailgate from the Honda LN360. In 1972, when the model was introduced, Honda was already a more experienced car manufacturer, so the 356 cubic centimeters engine was quieter than the previous ones, as many complaints for the previous cars were about the noisy engines. It was the same engine of the Honda Life hatchback, a two-cylinder engine, developing 30 horsepower at 8,000 revs per minute, powering the front wheels through a 4-speed manual transmission. The suspension used coil springs and McPherson in front and rigid axle with semi-elliptical leaf springs in the rear. Because of the front engine design and the maximum length regulation of the K-Class, the cargo space was shorter than the ones of the competitors with a rear or mid-mounted engine, with a length of 127 meters, but had two other advantages. It was perfectly flat with the rear seats folded, and it was lower, so the loading and unloading process was a lot easier. Despite this, because of the interior height of over 1.1 meters, it was one of the largest in its class in terms of volume. The dashboard had the instrument panel in the center, while the left and the right side of the dashboard could be used as a writing desk. This was not the only feature of the dash, as the glove box had a small slit that could be used to insert documents inside without opening it. It was marketed as a multi-purpose vehicle as it was suitable both for work and for family. Although it had a weight of only 605 kilograms, it could carry more than half of its weight, with a capacity of 300 kilograms of cargo plus 2 occupants in the front seats. The base trim was offered for 376,000 yens, while the Super DX trim was offered for 403,000 yens, adding blue-tinted glass, cigarette lighter, and a radio. Several lively colored versions, called custom, were also offered, inspired by the West Coast car culture in the United States. In August 1973, the Life Pickup has been introduced, based on the minivan, but proved to be less successful, mainly because of the small length of the truck bed, limited by the front-mounted engine that took from the length of the car and the front-wheel drive. As for a mini truck, customers preferred rear-wheel or all-wheel drive, and also because Honda already offered the TN360 truck, which did not have these disadvantages. The pickup had an extra payload of 50 kilograms, which was not the result of a suspension or body strengthening, but because its body was lighter with 55 kilograms. The multi-colored custom versions could also be found in the pickup offer. Production ended in October 1974, with over 17,000 units sold for the van and just over 1,100 units for the truck.